What's going on, y'all? Lucky Dipper here. We have a story time video today. I'm gonna open up about my addiction to alcohol and how it affected me. So to tell this story, it's only fitting that we have good old Copenhagen Wintergreen. This is actually an incorrect can. I haven't had Copenhagen in a while. So when I was 19 is when I first tried Copenhagen, because I had always dipped Grizzly before, and I swallowed it. I was drunk, and I swallowed it, and I puked, and yeah, I hated Copenhagen for the longest time. I wouldn't touch it after that. I'd always go to Grizzly or something else. I think a couple years ago I tried it, and like when I quit drinking, I tried it, and it wasn't horrible. So I reviewed it on this channel a while back, and to be honest, I haven't had Copenhagen in quite a while, actually. So here's a pinch, here's a can. We in the car today. All right. So we're actually gonna try to talk while driving because, yeah, why not? Can't forget my Jug Roadie pantry shelf. Got Mountain Vapors. Stickers are faded. I've had this thing for a while. I wanted the Longhorn thing, actually. The Longhorn Rewards. So this story starts, I was 17 when I first had my first drink. It was under the supervision of family, but I didn't know at the time that alcohol and addiction ran very high in my family, which I would come to later learn. I had my first drink at 17. My biological dad was a chronic alcoholic, would have 30 to 40 beers a day, and when he quit 2 years before he actually died, which turns out him quitting was what actually killed him. They shut down his organs because it was so dependent on alcohol for so long. He shut down his organs, and that's what ultimately killed him. But he was a bad drunk. I recently had someone stop me. Someone who watches my videos, and I had mentioned that I had quit alcohol, and I had mentioned this probably 2 or 3 years ago. This was early on in my channel, and they had told me about their experience in quitting alcohol, and that's good for them. I'm obviously not going to share any names or anything to protect privacy, but I told them I was proud of them and that I hope they can continue to do good. And that kind of encouraged me to get on here and share my story with you guys a little bit. Side note, I really hope y'all can hear me over this car. This thing's really loud. Pretty sure it has a hole in the exhaust or something. I don't know. I gotta get it looked at. When I was 19 is when the drinking really started to get out of hand. I was drunk all the time at work. You know, I couldn't put the bottle down. It led to a lot of really bad decisions, even into my marriage and into a lot of things. It led to a lot of bad decisions that I'm not proud of. But I've been clean since 2021. My last drink was May of 2021. And honestly, without alcohol, I feel so much better. I don't need it in my life. I was heading down a really dark path. I was actually turning out to be like my father, and I did not want to be like that. So I made the decision to quit drinking completely. which ultimately was a good thing. I caught it early. Well, I can't really say I caught it early, but I caught it before it got, me killed or jail, or I'm glad to be where I'm at today. I've actually had some people suggest that I do alcohol reviews on this channel, and that is the one thing that I refuse to do. I will not go back to drinking. I will not have another sip of alcohol, because absolutely not. This Copenhagen, it actually is pretty good. I don't remember Copenhagen ever actually being this good. It's also like $5 a can. I don't really chew it too much anymore, but not bad. When I was 19, I was at a New Year's party. I had ran out of Grizzly, and somebody had offered me a dip of Copenhagen. And me being drunk, I said, yeah, sure, why not? And I tried it. And that was the first time that I had ever had Copenhagen. I had always dipped Grizzly. And sometimes Kayak when I was on a budget. Well, the taste is completely different, or at least it was back then. And I ended up puking almost immediately. I did accidentally swallow some, and I puked everywhere. And then I didn't touch Copenhagen for 10 years, 12 years. There's a video on my channel of me reviewing it, and that's the first time that I had touched Copenhagen since that incident, which is quite a long time. Trying it drunk and trying it sober, two completely different things. If I actually had to review Copenhagen now, I'd give it like an 8.5 out of 10. You feel the burn, it's really good. I don't actually remember it being this good. I don't remember what my initial rating was a couple of years ago. Not a bad memory, but I apologize for all the shaking. It's my car mount. I don't know if I'm even going to end up using this video, but if I do, I apologize for the shaking. Mount in my car's. Well, the car's not, perfect. I can just say that. People are like, oh, why don't you get a truck? Trucks are expensive, and this one cost me $1,500. So, you take what you can get. Especially since I don't get paid for these YouTube videos. I'm getting paid on TikTok now, but I wasn't before. And I don't get paid for YouTube. I haven't hit the watch hours. So, if y'all want to donate for a truck, if you're that concerned, message me. We can work something out. But until then, y'all just got to deal with it. I don't record many videos while driving because this does shake a lot. And also, got to focus on the road. A lot in the background of a lot of my videos, y'all hear the clicking of the air conditioner. It's the sensor, condenser, or something. It's somebody told me it was much easier just to deal with it than take it out. Back to the story. My beer of choice was Budweiser. I love Budweiser. I always drank Jack and Coke if I was drinking something heavier. But I would drink all the time, and it started to affect myself, affect the kids, and I was even getting heavier. My last drink was in May of 2021. It was actually shortly before I created this channel. But I would drink, and I would work, and I would do other things. And I tell you, I definitely do not recommend it. Don't get into alcohol, guys, or drink responsibly, because honestly, it's not worth it. All the money that I've blown on alcohol could have been put to better use. To be honest, all the money I've blown on dip could be put to better use, but that's a conversation for another day. We are going around the mountains. But I struggle struggled with it for a very long time. One thing I can tell you is that you don't really quit addiction. You just kind of trade one addiction for another. Now, for me, when I drank, I dipped, so I've always had that addiction. But for me, I switched from alcohol to energy drinks, which I know is not much safer, but I mean, it's better than, being drunk all the time. Alcohol is a legal killer. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, don't drink, don't do this, it's not good for you, blah, 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 because you hear that on every other channel. I'm just here to give my actual experience. And I would recommend not trying it, but why y'all gonna listen to me? I believe alcohol in moderation can be an okay thing. I heard a couple of glasses of red wine was good for you. Like every so often that's good for you. It has health benefits or something. Up the hill we go. Okay. So I live on this big mountain that I've shown before. Sometimes car struggles to get up it. But I'm just showing my addiction. I won't drink any sort of alcohol, period. I've overcome it. I've actually gotten to the point where I can be around alcohol and be fine, which is a good thing. Some people don't even get to that point. I didn't do the 12 steps. I didn't do no recovery program. I actually ended up quitting cold turkey and on my own, which is a good thing, but also very, very hard. Let's take an energy drink break. We got Rockstar Silver Ice. I don't know, it was on sale for $1 at Walmart. Lemon lime, pretty good. But this actually kind of fits the bill. I traded alcohol for energy drinks. You really just kind of switch one addiction for another. People who quit smoking always take up another habit like eating, nicotine pouches, something like that. You never really quit addiction. You just kind of trade one for another. When alcohol is offered to me, I always turn it down. Yes, it is very hard to turn it down. There are times where I want to drink. There are still parts of me that want to, go back to that. But I know that I am stronger than that. I know that this really hasn't been, your normal type video, but I felt like I should share my story. And for the ones that regularly view my videos, I do look at the analytics. I see how many people check it for notifications, how many people, see it in the suggested. I see all that, and I see where you guys are coming from. So for the regular viewers of this channel, I really hope that you guys enjoyed the story. That's a part of me that does not get seen by the public very often. It's not something that I really like to talk about, but I feel like maybe talking about it on camera will help me. So I hope y'all enjoyed the story. Thank you for sticking around and watching. Yes, I have a bad habit of energy drinks, but I guess in a sense, it's better than alcohol. Let me know down in the comments, do you guys drink? What is your stories of addiction? Has a story touched you? And no, I will not review alcohol on this channel. It don't matter how many times you guys ask. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna do that. I know YouTube is about what the viewers want to see, but not today. I can't. As for Copenhagen, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Really good. Better than I expected it to be after all these years. I've had it a few times. Like, I tried it a couple of years ago, and then I had it like a few times after that. And I tried a few of the different variations for reviews. but I've been almost 2 years since I've had Copenhagen. Mainly because it's expensive, but I guess down here it's actually cheaper than Grizzly. Who knew? But I got that 8.5, a really good dip. Little on the pricey side, but that's the price you pay, and that's the price of inflation. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so y'all know when I post new videos. Y'all are going to see a lot of shorts coming. I've been doing TikTok games and stuff. So, I am branching out into other content, but I will still do dip reviews. The dip reviews tend to get flagged and age limit, and it makes it a pain in the ass, to be honest. So I will try to find a way to get around that, but till then, stay sober, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.